Hey guys, welcome back to Simplified by Singham. Well, today we are going to solve Python exercises. So the concept is pretty simple. So we have actually created these Python exercises so that each and every beginner out there can these exercises can help them somehow to implement the Python in the real world. Like how can we use this Python in the real world problems? Like how can we solve the problems in the form of logic, so that these exercises can help each and every person to understand the fundamentals, and just they can be pretty clear by solving the real world problems. Like the concepts are actually we have involved variables, simple operations, and basic logic with straightforward problems. These levels are, I guess, all of these problems are really easy to understand and easy to solve. And also, I will be here with you solving, and we will solve this together for sure. So we have also involved some, I can say that science related problems, and also it's like maths and physics related problems, so that each and every person can be involved in this. So today we are going to solve the concept of compound interest. So we have exercise, and in that we'll be having a concept along with the formula, so you don't have to worry about that. So we have actually showed you like how to solve by giving you the hint already, and you can solve. And you can see here we have a problem along with the expected output, so we have to solve the problem according to that. So what we have to do is, first we will understand the concept of compound interest, and then we will see the formula, and then we have to read the problem, and then according to the formula we have to solve the problem. It's pretty simple. All we have to do is we have to write the Python code to solve a particular problem, and the concept is right there. So first, let us understand what exactly a compound interest is. So compound interest is actually the interest that we calculate according to the initial value that we give. For example, I'm the person, I'm giving you the loan, like for about $100,000. Okay, so I have to calculate the compound interest, and I give you time for about 3 years, and it's the rate of interest is 10%. So you have to pay me the 10% of the amount of the actual amount. That means $100,000, like whatever it could be, for 3 years, whatever will be the value, you have to pay me. So which is nothing but the compound interest. So first, this is what compound interest is basically. So it's the amount times the rate times the time. So which is the principal amount into the rate that I'm giving it to you in the time, in whatever time it might take for you to clear it. So the formula is pretty simple. So the actual amount will be the principal amount into 1 plus R is nothing but the rate of interest, and the time, power the time. So this is how we will calculate the compound interest, and it's a basic formula that every person will use in the real time to get the compound interest. And how we can solve this problem using Python, so that is what we are going to do it today. So as I said before, here's a person who gave $100,000 at an annual interest rate is 10% for 3 years. So we have to find the final value of the investment, and the final amount is this one. Okay, let's see. So I have kept everything here so you can see the concept, the formula, and the problem. So as of now, we have already seen all this. So let's just copy the formula and the amount. So now already the interpreter is throwing errors on our face, saying that what is principal amount and what is the rate of interest and what are all these variables? It's like I'm confused. Don't worry, let's work on it. So first, the principal amount is 100,000. Okay, and the annual rate is, which is nothing but R, according to the formula, is 10%. That means 10 by 100, which is nothing but 0.1. So 0.1. And the time is nothing but T according to the formula, and it's 3 years, right? So Usually computer will not understand this, especially our Python will not have this. So obviously it will throw error. So instead it uses power. So this thing. And now we will just print A. Nothing fancy, just print A. Okay. And it will show you some weird value if I'm not wrong. Okay, it didn't understand. If you see int object is not callable, obviously, because here it is thinking something else. And now let's see again. So it is giving us the weird value. The output we need is this thing, but it is actually giving us something else. In order to make it up to 2 points, all you have to do is just point, and yeah. And this here we are actually using f strings, so the actual amount is this much. So when you run it, you see the actual amount is this thing. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, that's it. So this is how we solve the real world problems. This is the first exercise that we have actually worked on. So we know the concept of compound interest and we have the formula already. This cap is nothing but it's the power square. So in our cases in programming language, the square is something like this. It looks something like this. So there's a person who invested $100,000 at an annual interest rate for about 10% for 3 years. So the problem is that, so we need the actual amount. So we have already know the formula, so we can just give the amount and the rate and 3 and the formula. You just have to put everything together and to get the output. And the interesting thing is here we have actually used f strings. So f strings, so we use that to actually substitute the value inside the brackets, and here we need it up to 2 decimals, and that's the reason we used this weird syntax to get the 2 decimals. You got me, right? So this will be the actual amount. And also we can do something like, we can actually get the input from the user. So instead of this, you can do something like int of input. You can add something like enter the principal amount. Enter the principal amount and give some space. And the rate of interest, we need this in float. Input rate of interest. Okay, and time will be integer. So input. Sometimes it will be float as well, like 3.5 months, sorry, 3.5 years or 3.6 something. Maybe it depends upon the situations and the problem that we are looking at. And enter the time. So and this will calculate it and it will give us the output. So the principal amount 100,000 and rate of interest 0.1 and enter the time 3. So this is how we can give input as well. I hope you guys understand this every day. Remember, every day at this time, I will be posting one exercise. You guys can come here every day and let's see what's going on here and we will solve everything together. And I'll be there. And if you still have any doubts, I will be there. Just comment down below and we will solve and we will, maybe I will talk about the comments in the upcoming episodes as well. See you in the next one.